All right, welcome everybody back to Gamer Nation Knoxville. I am Valen alongside Aaron FPS here, and we're getting started with bracket play. So before we get started into there, we have a really good matchup for you guys coming in round one, Paradox Gaming versus Washed. Before we get started, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to our sponsors, of course, because without them we wouldn't be here. That's BenQ, Iron Gaming, Elgato, 812 Hertz Gaming Gum, Opponent Wear, Insight Designs, and Irate Designs. So a big, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. And going in, we get to see Blitz for the first time this tournament.
Well, actually, it was last in pool play. We did see one Blitz game. That was the only Blitz game, so we're going to be seeing the second Blitz game, and it's going to be really interesting as we go in throughout. As we go on through bracket play. And one thing that I wanted to point out about this Wash team actually is that they, in pool play, they were undefeated.
8-0.
They were 8-0, and there was another team, I don't know, like the name crossed my, or it just kind of left my mind. But there was two teams that went 8-0 in pool play, and it's not that it meant too much, but it does show that they're kind of setting the standard pretty high, and they're saying like we're the teams to watch out for, and that's kind of what they're looking forward to right here. So that was Washed. I don't know about Paradox Gaming.
Well, I didn't see a lot of Washed. I know that they played a lot off of main stage, but they were loud. They were really loud.
Definitely loud.
We heard them throughout the entire time. But one thing I am really looking forward to seeing is this Paradox Gaming group is really good. This is a group that came out of, that drove up from Texas, I believe, and they are outstanding. I believe their team captain is Javi.
Well, I remember that name actually.
He played really well in the S&Ds. He's a really strong player. Does really well staying alive. So one thing I'm really looking forward to is going into this Dom match on Sovereign. I expect them to come out hot, so they're the ones I'm going to be watching. But this Wash team, I don't know a lot about them, but what I do know is that they're 8-0 and that they're a serious squad to look out for. So this is going to be a really good match kicking off our bracket play.
Oh, definitely. I mean, one of the 8-0 team going up against, I don't know exactly what, I think they, if I looked at it correctly, they either won 4 or 6, like their record was 4 and whatever, or 6 and whatever, so winning 6 of those games. But I mean, Wash Paradox, I believe it's going to be a pretty close game, especially being that it's the first game in bracket play on mainstream, or on main stage right now. Being that they're on main stage, that's going to be one of the factors, as well as, I mean, everybody's watching, and they're expecting, they want to do something good. And also, I mean, being the first match in bracket play, I believe it is a double elimination, so we'll be going into, I mean, if they lose here, they still have another chance.
Will be a loser's bracket.
And there will be a loser's bracket for them to go in, so it'll be, if they lose this one, I mean, not too bad, but then again, when they go into loser's bracket, they're also going to be looking to fight hard there too as well.
So now it's a different mindset. So before they knew, okay, well, it's pool play. We're not necessarily one and done. We've got a lot of games to be played, but now it's completely different. So now you need to be watching out for just the way you play. I've talked to a lot of teams during the downtime, and a lot of them said, well, you know, we're not too worried about it, and everybody seemed really calm. One thing that sense of urgency has got to kick in eventually, and I think it's going to start here on round one.
Exactly.
I expect teams to come out hot. Like I said, I'm expecting a lot of things from Paradox Gaming. I'm really excited about Blitz being integrated in now, because now we're going to have Domination, then Search and Destroy, and then Blitz right after. So it's almost like a very aggressive, fast-paced game type. Slowed it down in the middle of a match, and then back to fast-paced, aggressive gameplay. So it'll be interesting to watch.
The thing that it depends on who you're watching and what kind of, maybe it's like best of 3, best of 5, or whatever. We're actually going to go into Domination right here on Sovereign. But the thing is, it's best of 3. So depending on what kind of team you are, maybe like your best game type is Blitz. How the rotation goes throughout the entire thing, it always goes Search and Destroy, Domination, and Blitz. Seeing that it's a best of 3, if you lose your first 2 maps, you won't even get a chance to play theoretically one of your best game modes.
Right.
So you can't really. These teams probably, I mean, I'm sure they scrim, they go out throughout everything, and they're like, okay, we need to practice each and every one of our game modes and make sure we have them all down, because you can't just bring it down to one game mode. That's not something that a team should do, especially when they're probably more than likely know that Blitz is going to be their last game mode if it's a best of 3.
Gotcha. So going into this Dom match on Sovereign, as we take a look at these players starting out, it seems that our Washed squad is going to be starting out 3 subs, 1 AR, and it seems like Paradox Gaming will be going with the standard 2 and 2. If I did see that right. So right now, I like to kick off with Rumor.
We're getting pretty loud over on the other stations, but anyway, Javi, we're gonna go ahead and watch him as he's going towards that B flag, but actually just trying to make sure, nade everywhere else, and make sure that nobody else is trying to come maybe on the flank, and that's something that's really good, depending on who they are.
Right.
It's good to check to make sure that there's not people trying to flank or anything like that. It's just really smart plays by him.
So that's good, and one thing, we do see this Wash squad take that B cap really quickly, so right now Wash is gonna go up with 2 caps right now, doing a really good job at B dom. We have Versatile right now kind of taking control of Green Street and Green Room as he picks up that kill, and he's looking towards Caution, getting a little bit of lag.
It's usually going to happen here on the broadcast, especially. So anyway, like we were saying, I mean, right now, AC split in favor of this, not Wash, but the other team. It is going to be Paradox Gaming. I mean, you can see them right now. They do have that AC split, and like we've talked about before, when you have the 3 caps, especially on Sovereign when they're like this, I mean, it's going to be a lot harder to control that AC split if you are able to do that. So right now, it looks like it's going to be the Wash side. They're going to go ahead and take the A, B flag, but the A flag is going to be taken.
Gotcha. So this Wash crew is really putting in work as they get 3 down for Paradox Gaming. It looks like Jester here is going to be taking control of this cap now. 2 down, 3 down goes Paradox Gaming, and they gotta be really careful. They gotta watch their deaths. They're dying a lot as a group to start off this game type.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that you don't want to do. You don't want to die as a group, because that's going to put a lot of people down on your team when you need to have those specific people either going towards B, either defending a flag, whatever it may be. Whenever you have more than one person go down at the same time, it's definitely going to be crucial because really all the enemy team, if they're a good team, all they have to do is call out 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, and make that initial push, depending on how many people are dead.
And I think the big part of domination and watching if your deaths is that you got to watch out for that rotation, right? So as teams start to get control, they're gonna make sure they get 2 or 3 dead, and that's when they're gonna start to rotate. And it's right off the bat, it's becoming easy for Wash. So that's why if you're Paradox Gaming, you've got to make sure that you're staying alive and not giving Wash such an easy time to rotate around the map.
And look at this right here, Montana. He was actually trying to get a little bit of a spawn trap going. But right here, as you see, 3 dead here on this Phoenix, or not Phoenix, I call it Phoenix game, Paradox Gaming. They are all going to go down, but they all will come back right after the spawn. They are taking the C flag, and they are losing that A flag, so they're going to go ahead and try to take it back. Let's see what happens.
Right, so it looks like, I love what Wash is doing off their spawn. They actually had 2 or 3 dead a couple of moments ago, and they did a really good job of kind of getting together and saying, all right, guys, what are we going to do as far as pushing out? And Jester did a really good job of flanking around and picking up a kill as the enemy team was picking up that C cap. So as we still hop on board with Jester, he's going to be looking across the yellow courtyard and pick up that easy kill as he gets taken out in War Room. And right now, you got to love what Wash is doing.
I mean, they're doing great stuff right now, up by 20 points. You can see, let's just go ahead and watch Jester. You can see he's at the top of his team with 10 and 4 with 4 captures. That 4 capture definitely being something that's keeping his team alive up in this game. I mean, up by at least 20 points, even more than 20 points at this point. So really what they're trying to do is trying to gain that map control, and him staying up top control, not really doing the best for him, really. He's actually able to save a 2-piece of the people that are on B. Oh, everyone that tries to go for B is down. That's 3 down for this Phoenix, or not Phoenix, I keep calling it Phoenix, Paradox Gaming squad. So when people go down that fast, people go down like flies, not going to be good.
Right, and one thing I didn't necessarily, as we have 4 dead for a moment on Paradox Gaming, which is not good. Again, something we talked about, they want to make sure they're trying to stay alive, but Wash doing such a good job of rotating around and staying focused. The Jester's playing out of his mind. I love his map movement, is incredible.
Exactly. So, I mean, 9 right here, he's going to be going towards that A flag. And if they're able to take the A flag, I mean, it's going to keep him in this game for just a little bit longer. But the thing is, 37 seconds left on this clock. It's going to be 84 to 53 in favor of Wash Gaming. And showing that, I mean, right now, they have, I mean, you can see, what you're going to be looking for right now is that, I mean, 20 seconds left. 89-56. This 8, showing that Wash was 8-0. It's just definitely showing us.
You know what? I think we talked about Jester and how he was making great plays, and Versatile had some pretty solid plays at the beginning of the round. But look at Nelson. Nelson is just ripping bodies. This guy is absolutely insane. He is 24-6. The slaying power on Wash is incredible. They had an amazing round. Wow.
Look
Nelson.
at Nelson, just like you said, Nelson, 24-6, 14-8, 14-6. Versatile being the only one, 7-10. But he does have the 2 captures, so I mean, those 2 captures could have definitely been the B.
Right.
It could have been definitely like going in for the B flag and really was able to get it for his team.
So I think we know who we're starting out with next round. To say the least.
I don't know. I mean, Nelson doing great.
Wow.
A lot of people on the Wash squad doing absolutely great, going absolutely off for their team, and that's what we like to see. When we go into different games and seeing which team is going to do the best, you definitely look to see who did good last round. So, man,
Getting loud.
getting loud in some of the secondary sides.
I love it, man. It sucks because I would love to have like a camera randomly over there because that entire side, those side stations have just been wild all day long. So, but we got something here going on, folks, on the main stage. This match has been incredible so far. Washed really proving why they were undefeated in pool play. These guys are incredible.
I completely agree with you, and that's the point that I made at the end of the end of the match. But the thing is, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of the main stage matches, we haven't had like a main stage match where they were going crazy like how they are on the side stage. Like, it always seems like they're on the side.
I'm looking forward to that.
Exactly. Like, whatever team is on that side and is making that much noise, I'm really waiting for them to like be up on main stage and really just see what's going to happen if they're able to do that. So
I'm gonna hop on board with Nelson. I really want to watch Nelson. This guy absolutely went off. I want to see what this man does at the start of this game because clearly he is running houses. He's going to get that quick bump.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and go, I don't know, let's just go ahead and watch Jester right now. They're all going to be going for that B bomb right there, or not the B bomb, but the B flag. And right here, like I said, Jester is going to be trying to get that top map control just to make sure that nobody's going to come on top of the yellow catwalk. And he's doing a really good job at it. So B, with 30 seconds down off that 5-minute clock, B is not really going for anybody right now.
And see, actually, we talked a lot about Wash coming out at the start of this round. Paradox Gaming doing a really good job of taking out 2 of Wash's top players, and Jester goes down quick, and so did Nelson right off the start. So let's see if Paradox maybe has their number. We got a pretty even game so far with a little over 4 minutes remaining. We got a tie game, but we do have Washed up by 20-plus points, so I don't know. Paradox is going to have to somebody's going to have to go off. It looks like 9 might be doing that. He's going to get a quick kill and beat him. I would expect him to be pushing up pretty soon.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's trying to push up a little bit, and what I think he's waiting for is his teammates to actually come up and help him. He does get taken out, so that's not going to be a good kill for him, or actually a good kill for the person that, killed him before. But Versatile on this other side, he does get taken down as we go ahead and try to watch him. But let's see what Nine using the same loadout that he just did, because he's trying the same thing. Wait for some. Getting taken out once again. See, what Paradox is doing is they're going up with just one person. When they go and try to advance that B flag with just one person, they're definitely not going to do good because, of course, there's only one person to either, number one, go and push in for that B flag, as well as even if they're able to get onto it, one person taking that flag is not going to work out for them.
So I noticed that Wash, both of these squads are doing a really good, their subs are doing an incredible job of being really aggressive and making sure that they're taking those arrows out of the game, as I am literally trying to yell over these guys who are just going bananas on this side station. But as I was saying, these subs are doing a really good job of maneuvering around the map and being really aggressive and taking these ARs out of the game, which is something that you like to see, especially on this game type where subs seem to be so dominant on the streets. As we're hopping on board with Versatile.
Yeah, exactly. So really what happens is we're going to go ahead and board, like he said, we're going to go on board with Versatile, and he is going to be, just kind of defending right here on that B side. And what's happening is, right here we're going to get a little bit, looks like a lag. Doesn't really matter. Versatile is going to go ahead and pick up a kill, and he's going to go over, just making sure to gain his map control, and that's crucial in domination. We can say it a billion times, domination and map control is just completely crucial when you put them together.
Yep, and I really like what Versatile's doing. It seems like he's going to jump down and try to get some better positioning here with this sub. And what I got to say is that these teams, as far as stats go, it's been pretty even. We saw Versatile not do so hot last game, and he seems to be leading his team with 9 and 5 and 3 caps. So I love the no pun intended, the versatility on this team. It seems to be a pretty even selling power.
Exactly. So right